Alright, no problem, y'all. Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video here on what I think is, the biggest problem in Ironsight, how we can try to potentially move past it, what we want to see. There was also a recent patch note that we're going to go over that sparked a very large discussion in the Discord community, that Ironsight, like the main Ironsight Discord, and the game devs were involved a little bit there, and a bunch of opinions were kind of flying around everywhere. So I just kind of want to touch on that and what route we want to see, or the roadmap we want to see coming from Ironsight. As I'm playing here, these clips obviously demonstrate the biggest problem in Ironsight. I have my IRL friends try out the game, and people can't help but make fun of it when they come to it, like for basically the first time, second time, third time, so on and so forth. But like us as players that have been playing for years, we just kind of live with it and move on, and try to appreciate the other amazing things that this game does have to offer. But in terms of, I'll post up the player count here. It has been going down, and usually we see peaks of about 1,000. The peaks have been going down too, and I think a lot of new people into the game, they're not going to be getting that first fun experience, so they tried to do a matchmaking system so they can kind of protect their new players from getting kind of slaughtered, but it doesn't seem to be going as intended. And I'll take a look here at the patch notes. So the matchmaking system will now be separate high-level players and low-level players, and as a result, the queue times may increase during less active times. So right now, especially in NA, our player base is very small. The queue times with the amount of modes we have, like Cyborg, Team BR, Gun Game, Frontline, TDM, Secure Point, Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, Ranked Solo, Clan War, we have, they and, we all have to realize that we have, like, across EU, Asia, NA, we have, like, 800 players on. And NA is probably one of the smallest regions. I think most of the players are over in EU. So imagine, between Asia and Europe, NA is probably like less than half. So we probably have like 300-ish players on NA at one time. And when you have that many modes going at it, you don't want to wait 3 to 4 minutes for a TDM match, right? Just because it's trying to now auto-balance you to give you a match against higher level players. I get it, but the player base just isn't there for it. So, based on the matchmaking system now, even if their KD ratio is high, they may be placed with higher level players. When the matchmaking is as a party, the matchmaking will be based on the highest level in the party. So if I party up with my two new friends, it's going to try to find opposition for us that's of equal rank according to me, since I'm the highest player. That being said, though, it sparked a pretty large discussion in the Discord community. So obviously netcode, like we're playing here, is the biggest problem, right? I'm a big advocate for just completely take out rank mode, because you shouldn't be taking a game like this seriously. I think rank should be gone entirely. I have a very firm stance on that. I know people might not agree. They want rank, they want the competitiveness of it. But at the end of the day, if you're a mid-high level player, you might still have a very, very good time in your ranked mode and the seriousness and competitiveness. But those top guys know, these guys that have been playing here for an immense amount of time, know that how to kind of abuse the game and how to win gun battles and have the game, and basically orient the game around a style that's going to work, but it's not necessarily the smartest style of play. For instance, if I know someone's going to take a corner and come down a straightaway, I'm literally hiding behind the wall until I know he's visible instead of holding the angle. And once I know he's visible, then I pop out and shoot so I can get my peeker's advantage. That's just one way of knowing how to kind of abuse the system and get kills that I probably shouldn't be getting. One of many ways, let's say. So if you're playing mid-high ranked or even like low mid-high ranked, just that whole genre of player base, and you're in ranked, sure, you're probably having a great time. But the real high level, like the elitists of the game, know what to do and how to take advantage of this and abuse it. And it becomes the experience that's not supposed to happen in a serious setting. We shouldn't have these exploits and try to push these exploits just to get that competitive advantage, and that's what this is going to turn into if all these really high level players start consider doing ranked mode as opposed to normal public matches. It's just going to be abuse of the system. So I'm a very strong advocate for taking ranked mode out entirely until this all gets fixed up. And the dev did say, they did acknowledge it today, that that is their problem and they're going to be working on it. So that's basically all I ever wanted to see from the dev, just the acknowledgement that yes, it is a problem, and yes, we are working on it, because every patch note they don't seem to mention it ever. So it's good to get the word out there that they do in fact acknowledge it and they do see it. And so on top of this, the matchmaking debate that's kind of come up is like, okay, well, right now we're just going to make a bunch of alt accounts and then go play, because with a 3-man stack or 2-man stack or whatever, it's still too difficult. We still lose by a large margin because the lobby's so heavily against us because of good stats or high level or whatever the case may be. So they were talking about either bringing back the 5-man or 6-man stacks, which personally I don't think that's going to be very fun. All the top players know each other, and once you party up, it's like even with a 3-stack right now, we can go hours and hours without losing a match. So I can't imagine 5 and 6 stacking with the top players in NA and just running that for the whole evening. I don't even think we'd get through a full game, because the rest of the lobby's just going to leave, and I don't blame them. I would too, especially if I'm someone that doesn't even know a whole lot about the game, and then all of a sudden you're fighting a 6-stack, with the literal top players of the game. So I don't think that 5 and 6 stacking is the answer. You could experiment with 4 and see how out of hand it gets, maybe. But with the matchmaking though, I'm all for random. I think that was the general consensus in the Discord, that let's turn this matchmaking system, get this kind of almost SBMM that they're trying to do out of it. Queue times are a problem. Too many modes is a problem. Not enough players is a problem. Sure, all of this can come back if this main netcode problem's fixed. If the player base grows, sure, let's throw some of this stuff in the loop. But right now, again, like the player base just isn't there. What we need to see is for the matchmaking, instead of this SBMM type of thing that's happened. Apparently, it's not even like working that well based on what my first round looked like, and other people posted screenshots too. But yeah, we need to make the matchmaking, and I would say entirely random, especially in the casual environment here. I know I'm still an advocate for taking out ranked, but right now this game as a whole it's a casual game. That's what it is, and that's what most of the people are looking for—a fun casual experience when they hop on Ironsight, right? So I would say randomize the matchmaking. 5 and 6-man stacks, as I love playing with friends, but I already know based on the 3 stacks results that won't be fair. So yeah, I would just say randomize matchmaking. Take out this SBMM longer queue time type of thing. We need to bring back players that left, for one. We need to retain the current players that are on now, and we need to retain the new players that are in the game. And this all stems from the game running poorly in the netcode and all this and that. The FPS increase that they did recently with multi-threading is great, but like I brought my friends over to the game, and they can't help but make fun of it. They're like, yeah, I'm done after this game. I'm out because I died to someone that's not there. I was behind cover and I died. I'm getting tagged behind the wall. All this type of stuff that this needs to get fixed before any type of competition system comes in. I made that kind of troll video with all these user suggestions. I just want to put that out there. That as much as a troll video as that was, all of those are, should be taken pretty seriously. I think that, having a level 100 weapon skin to grind for would, be fun and allow, I would continue using these other guns that are like level 50, level 60. I'd want to hop on and try to get the diamond skin for all my ARs or something, right? It's an incentive to play. I know adding a dollar amount, but beside weapon skins won't probably happen, but hey, I would have spent more money on the game by now if I could just log in and buy the black and red Atrium M4 skin, for instance, right? I would spend more money in the game if it had that option, and I don't want to just buy boxes and waste my money. So, I'm not going to put more money into the game. Also, I think, adding a high-end kill streak would be great, like a 25 kill streak, robots come down and chase everyone. They already have the character models for that, like a Metal Reaper and robots come down and storm everybody. Or heck, even I don't want to say a nuke, but a nuke, something like that as a reward for, playing maybe potentially, I don't want to say campier, but we could say smarter. But you don't have to. They can still run around and get a big kill streak too. So adding stuff like that into the game, I think should be taken pretty literally. I think we need a lot more community involvement as well. We should have community votes on stuff before releasing something mega game changing. One being the matchmaking system. Hey, how do you feel as, what do we think we can do to hold back the new players? Would this matchmaking system be better than this one or that one? And then, let's vote on it, create a poll. Weapon skins, get the community to actually design some and, or create a poll. What weapon skin do you want to see in? What new weapon do you want to see in the game? Create a poll. Maybe it's an ACR, maybe it's a UMP. Create a poll. Get the community involved in maps. Ask, hey, you guys got cool map designs. What do you guys want to see out of a map? The community is very small, and we have big pull, basically, is what I'm saying. Since there are only 800 of us, or if we're dividing by regions, even less, it's that much more important to keep everyone happy. And I think that at that point, since it's so small, obviously something like Call of Duty, you're not going to take the community and just change it on the fly consistently. But with a small game that's basically still developing, I think we need the community's input a lot more, and it needs to be taken a bit more, literally. And we see, okay, they say this one week that was the vote. Next week, okay, we're working on this patch to implement what you guys did. And I think that's a great way to go. And I really appreciate them too. They gave out chips for, the event that I run. I'm not an Ironsight supporter, but I do run, I've done giveaways, I've done challenges, I've done stuff like that just to try to get people in. I have, some beginner tip videos. I know I've been talking about making that winning gunfight video one, but, that's that's going to take I have a good amount of expectations for myself for that one. So either I'm going to, dive through a bunch of clips and do it the right way, or I might not do it. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to make that quick video demonstrating, this is the problem in Ironsight. We need this fixed so that way new players don't come in and take this game as, as somewhat of a joke and make fun of it, right? We want them to have a good time. We don't want, a bunch of people dying right when they, or dying to people that aren't there, because that's the initial impression for anyone that, comes from a Call of Duty or a Valorant or anything like that, right? New players that aren't aware, or it's one of their first FPS games or new into PC gaming in general, they might not notice it because they don't know what to look for, or they're not trying to study on how to get better and what could I have done better in that situation. But Ironsight puts you into situations where if you look back at it, it's I don't think I could have done anything differently in that situation other than completely not engaged and been somewhere else on the map. So yeah, I just want to make that quick video. I think the matchmaking system, make it random. I don't fully agree with full 5-6 stack parties. I think that's a little much. Make it random, and we got to do more community stuff to engage, vote. I still say put resource takeover back into the game. I thought that was a pretty unique mode to Ironsight. But yeah, sorry, this video kind of went off in a rant. I'll wrap it up here. Matchmaking, make it random. Focus on, netcode. Put that in a patch note. Put it in a patch note. Say that, hey, yeah, this is a problem right now, and we're actually going to be looking at working on this for the year of 2021. At least that'll spark some, interest and whatnot in retaining player base. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say, guys. So hopefully you find this interesting. I know I have some firm stances on some things that some people might not agree with, but comment down below some ideas too. I'd love to relay some of it over to either game devs or into the Discord. Put down comments what do you want to see in Ironsight? What's going to make you come back? That's what we want to see. What's going to make you come back? What's going to make you stay? What's going to make you have fun? I want to hear it. Bye for now.